Hey Yadira, it's Jessica Peterson again. Hopefully, I did not butcher your name again. I'm so sorry if I did. But I am just super excited that you guys accepted this video because I know that these three tips I'm about to share with you, they are tried and true. We have used these exact same tips to help over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys throughout the United States using these exact same tips to make a significant difference in their business. And I know that if you guys start applying these right away, you can do the same thing too. And you're probably wondering, well, what's in it for her? Why is she even doing this? And that is really a fair question. And the answer is I am passionate about restoration companies, about everything you guys do. You guys do so much for other people and your community, and you're helping people that are displaced get their lives back. And to me, that is such an important job. And so, if I can provide these videos and I can give you just these few tips that can really help you bring in new jobs, hit your goals, and help more people, whether you do it on your own and do it successfully, or whether you want to make it happen faster and you hire to work with us, either way, it doesn't matter because to me, I'm helping you be able to make a difference. And so if you're able to help your business and help more people, that's what matters, right? So today I'm going to go over three main things that you can start applying right away that's really going to help you guys out. So we're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. Okay. So starting out, you guys have a great looking website. I love the bright colors and everything, but unfortunately, Google is not going to rank your website just based on appearance. When it comes to ranking a website, being indexed and ranking, it's all about content. Content is king. You need a ton of content on your website. And content includes various things. It includes images. You want to make sure that each of these images here are saved with those local keywords because most people aren't searching for your business, they're searching by keywords. As you can see here, this just has some random letters and numbers, so it's not actually helping you to get indexed. You want to make sure every image on your website is optimized with those local keywords to help them get indexed. And then the written content as well. So you need a ton of this written content because Google sends crawlers, which are like little robots, to your website to scan every single one of these pages for content. And it's looking for information about who you are, what your services are. It's looking for those keywords people are searching. And so if you don't have that relevant content and your website's not built around those services, you don't have the separate pages for those services, Google just has no idea what you're about. And if they don't know what you're about, how on earth can they send you customers, right? So it's really, really important that you work on your content and keyword strategy. You really want at least 1,500 words of content built around your services on your home page. This is the most important page and it ties all your other pages together. So you need at least 1,500 words. But if you find your competitors have more than 1,500 words, you need more than they do. So if they have 1,500, you're going to want to shoot for 1,800. So always got to do better than they're doing, okay? So we definitely need to work on your content and keyword strategy so Google knows what you're about and can start sending customers your way, okay? Now, if we look at your top competitor in your area for water damage, we have Superior Restore. Their website is not as cool looking as yours, but again, Google doesn't care. But what we will find is they have separate pages for their major services and they have more content. They have more images and they have more written content. And you can see they're going after those keywords and local keywords. So this is going to help Google understand them better, index those keywords so that they can get more people to their website. So definitely very beatable, but you'll just have to do better. You have to have more pages, more content. throughout the entire website and your homepage. So just work on your content and keyword strategy. But content goes even further than just your website. It also goes with your Google business profile. So if we go here to where people search, we both know most people, when they search for your service, they're going to put in a keyword and they're going to call the people that they can see. So if you're not visible here, they can't possibly reach out to you. So there's 3 spots on Google that your business can have good positioning in. The first spot is always going to be your ads. Those can be cost per click ads, and they can be your local service ads. And as long as you have really good setup on your website and landing pages, ads might be a really great resource for you guys to bring in more jobs. But if the foundation's not there, then it's just wasted money. So then we really want to focus on these other 2 areas first. So this is your Google business or map pack here. This section is really critical because nearly 30% of people go straight to this map pack and will not go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 businesses for each of your services and those keywords, then you're leaving 30% of your business on the table and sending them all to your competition. So it's really important not only that you have a profile, but you optimize it into this top 3. Now there's several factors that actually go into ranking and getting up here. And the most important one is something called citations. Citations are simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. More directories than your competition, but you need to list them in directories. So those are things like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, the Better Business Bureau, and even your social profiles are considered citations. So you need a lot of those. We want them all over the place because every single one of those send little signals to Google that says, hey, I am a water damage company. I provide these services, and these are my type of customers, and this is where I serve. So the more of those you have, the more Google gets signals to learn who you are. So that's really important. But if this profile doesn't have any information about what you do, and your website doesn't have that content either, both are missing content, and so Google still doesn't know who to send to you. So content on your Google business profile is just as important as the content on your website. Okay? And then this third section here is the most important section. This is called your organic section. This is important because nearly 60 to 70% of people skip the ads and the maps and come straight here. So you need your business's website to show up here in the search results for each of your services. And so in order to get here, you have to properly optimize that website we looked over with your content and keyword strategies so you can be indexed. And then you support it with SEO and backlinks. So that brings us to the backlinks. So this tool here is a paid tool called Ahrefs, tells us how your website is performing. And we can see here your website has a 4.2 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, meaning Google doesn't trust your website. And yes, that does have some to do with the content on that website, but more so the power you're sending to the website. Because just like any other tool that you guys use, nothing's going to work without power. So we send power to our websites by building backlinks. Backlinks are very, very important, but it's important to understand this is a popularity contest. Not all backlinks are the same. So you want to be getting only the good quality. Do follow backlinks that are mostly related to your services that you offer, vendors that you might use, etc. It's basically like one of your vendors giving you a shout out and saying, hey, these guys are the best water damage place in Riverside. You need to send them customers. So you've got to have those good quality backlinks. You need more backlinks than your competitors. And we need to just keep funneling this good quality power to your website to increase this, which tells Google that you're more authoritative, they can trust you, and start sending people to you. And that also goes with your keywords. So because your website doesn't really have much content, you've only been indexed for your brand name, and so you're only getting traffic for that. So you're missing out on hundreds and hundreds of potential visitors to your website every month by not having these strategies employed. So if we were to actually just look at keywords just for, I'm sorry, if we were to look just in Riverside and only for water damage, okay, we can see here that there is hundreds of potential volume every single month just with this handful of keywords for one service in one area. And you guys service multiple areas and have multiple services. So just imagine then if you were able to optimize your website for each of those services, how much potential traffic you guys could have that could be contacting you every single month, and what a difference that could make for you guys. If we look at your competition, they have a higher score. They've got over 4,000 backlinks. So yes, you do need more backlinks, but we don't have to copy the spammy backlinks. We're only going after the good backlinks. So you need the good backlinks. And you can actually copy a lot of the backlinks they have, and then just get a few more. So we always want more than they have of the good backlinks. But they've got a ton more pages. So they've been indexed for over 5,000 keywords. They have multiple service areas, multiple pages and service area pages. So they have been able to build out that content. So they're getting over 2,000 people to their website every single month. So yes, these guys are beatable, but you have to work on that content strategy. You got to have more content, more pages, and really dial that in, and then support it with those backlinks. And these guys are absolutely beatable. Okay. So now if you apply each of these strategies I have shown you today, not only can you be competitive, but you actually have the opportunity to dominate for some of these services and service areas. Now, I hope you found this information helpful. Please feel free to take this information, run with it, and make it work on your own. But if you'd like to make this happen even faster at Peterson SEO, this is what we specialize in for restoration companies. So we will be happy to chat with you on how we can make this work for your business. If you have any questions or you'd like to schedule a time to chat, feel free to reply to my email or give us a call here, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.